The ancient Mayan civilization continues to fascinate us with its intricate cities, advanced knowledge, and enigmatic rituals. Their cities, such as Tikal, Palenque, and Chichen Itza, were marvels of urban planning and architectural prowess, showcasing their advanced understanding of engineering and astronomy. The Mayans were not just builders, but also keen observers of the natural world, which played a crucial role in their religious and cultural practices. Among their most intriguing practices were human sacrifices, a complex and often misunderstood aspect of their culture. These sacrifices were not random acts of violence, but were deeply embedded in the Mayan cosmology and their understanding of life and death. The Mayans believed that the gods required nourishment in the form of human blood to maintain the balance of the universe and ensure the continuation of life. These rituals were not acts of cruelty, but deeply symbolic ceremonies at the heart of Mayan religion and society. The priests, who were considered intermediaries between the gods and the people, performed these sacrifices with great reverence and precision. The choice of the sacrificial victim, often a prisoner of war or a volunteer, was a process steeped in ritual significance, reflecting the Mayans' belief in the cyclical nature of life and death. This essay delves into the secrets of these ancient practices, exploring their purpose, methods, and lasting impact. By examining the codices and hieroglyphic texts left behind, we can gain insight into the religious and social structures that supported these rituals. The tools and altars used in sacrifices were not merely instruments of death, but were imbued with symbolic meaning, representing the connection between the earthly and the divine. We will journey back in time to understand the motivations behind these sacrifices and their significance in the grand tapestry of Mayan beliefs. The Mayans saw the universe as a complex interplay of forces, and human sacrifice was a way to appease the gods and ensure cosmic harmony. These rituals were often timed to coincide with astronomical events, such as solar eclipses or the appearance of certain constellations, highlighting the Mayans' sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. The Mayans, renowned for their sophisticated understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and art, inhabited a vast region in present-day Mexico and Central America. Their knowledge of the stars and celestial movements was unparalleled, and they used this knowledge to create complex calendars and predict astronomical events with remarkable accuracy. This deep connection to the cosmos influenced every aspect of their lives, including their religious practices and rituals. Their civilization thrived for centuries, leaving behind a legacy of impressive architectural wonders, hieroglyphic texts, and captivating mysteries. The pyramids and temples they built were not just places of worship, but also served as astronomical observatories and centers of learning. The detailed carvings and hieroglyphs found on these structures provide a glimpse into the rich cultural and religious life of the Mayans, revealing their deep reverence for the natural world and the gods they believed controlled it. Among these mysteries, the practice of human sacrifice stands out as a subject of both fascination and debate. While modern sensibilities may find these rituals disturbing, it is important to understand them within the context of Mayan beliefs and values. For the Mayans, human sacrifice was a necessary and sacred act, one that ensured the continued favor of the gods and the prosperity of their society. These sacrifices were often accompanied by elaborate ceremonies, music, and dance, creating a powerful and moving experience for all who participated. Often depicted in popular culture as barbaric rituals, these sacrifices were, in reality, deeply intertwined with the Mayan worldview and their relationship with the cosmos. The Mayans saw themselves as an integral part of the universe, and their rituals reflected this belief. By offering human lives to the gods, they believed they were maintaining the delicate balance of the cosmos and ensuring the continued existence of their world. This profound connection to the stars and the natural world is a testament to the complexity and depth of Mayan civilization, a civilization that continues to captivate and inspire us to this day. To comprehend the motivations behind Mayan sacrifices, we must first understand their worldview. The Mayans had a complex and intricate understanding of the universe, which was deeply rooted in their religious beliefs and practices. Their perception of time was not linear but cyclical, meaning they believed that events would repeat in cycles. This cyclical nature of time was reflected in their calendar systems, which were highly advanced and precise. The Mayan calendar was not just a tool for tracking days and years, it was a sacred instrument that connected the mortal world with the divine. The Mayans believed in a cyclical nature of time and a delicate balance between the mortal realm and the supernatural. This balance was essential for the continuation of life and the prosperity of their civilization. The cosmos was seen as a dynamic interplay between the forces of creation and destruction, and maintaining this balance required constant vigilance and devotion. The Mayans viewed their gods as powerful beings who controlled the elements, the seasons, and the fate of humanity. These gods were not distant or detached. They were actively involved in the lives of the people, and their favor was crucial for survival. Gods, both benevolent and fearsome, governed every aspect of their lives. The Mayans worshipped a pantheon of deities, each with their own distinct personalities, domains, and attributes. Some gods were associated with the sun, the moon, and the stars, while others were linked to agriculture, fertility, and warfare. The relationship between the Mayans and their gods was reciprocal. The gods provided for the people, and in return, the people offered sacrifices to honor and appease the gods. These sacrifices were seen as a way to ensure the gods' continued favor and to maintain the cosmic order. Maintaining cosmic harmony and ensuring the gods' continued favor required offerings, and what greater offering than the most precious thing, life itself? Human sacrifice was considered the ultimate act of devotion and a powerful means of communication with the divine. The Mayans believed that the blood of the sacrificed individuals nourished the gods and revitalized the universe. This practice was not taken lightly. It was a solemn and sacred duty performed with great reverence and care. The individuals chosen for sacrifice were often captives of war, but they could also be volunteers who believed that their sacrifice would bring honor to their families and communities.
Sacrifices were seen as a way to nourish and appease the gods, ensuring the continuation of the cycles of life, rain, and abundance. The Mayans believed that the gods required sustenance to maintain their strength and vitality, and human blood was considered the most potent offering. Bloodletting rituals where rulers and priests would draw their own blood were also common and were seen as a way to renew the bond between the gods and the people. These rituals were often performed during important ceremonies and festivals, marking significant events in the Mayan calendar. They were not seen as acts of violence, but rather as sacred obligations, a way to communicate with the divine and maintain order in the universe. The act of sacrifice was imbued with profound spiritual significance, and it was believed to have far-reaching effects on the well-being of the community. The Mayans saw themselves as participants in a cosmic drama where their actions could influence the forces of nature and the will of the gods. By performing sacrifices, they sought to align themselves with the divine order and to secure the blessings of the gods for their people. The Mayans believed that through sacrifice, they could petition the gods for favorable weather, bountiful harvests, victory in battle, and protection from harm. These rituals were not only religious acts but also practical measures to ensure the survival and prosperity of their society. The success of their agriculture, the outcome of their wars, and the health of their people were all thought to be influenced by the favor of the gods. By offering sacrifices, the Mayans hoped to secure the divine intervention needed to overcome challenges and to thrive in a world that was often unpredictable and harsh. These rituals were deeply ingrained in their religious beliefs and permeated every aspect of their society, from the highest rulers to the humblest farmers. The practice of sacrifice was a unifying force that connected the Mayan people to their gods and to each other. It reinforced the social and religious hierarchies, with rulers and priests playing central roles in the performance of these sacred duties. The entire community participated in the rituals, either as witnesses or as active participants, creating a shared sense of purpose and identity. In this way, the significance of sacrifice in Mayan religion extended beyond the act itself, shaping the very fabric of their culture and their understanding of the world.
While human sacrifice often dominates discussions about Mayan rituals, it's crucial to recognize that it was not the only form of offering. The Mayan civilization, known for its intricate and deeply spiritual practices, engaged in a variety of sacrificial rituals that extended beyond the dramatic and often misunderstood act of human sacrifice. The Mayans practiced a range of sacrificial rituals, each with its own significance and purpose. These rituals were deeply embedded in their culture and were believed to maintain cosmic order and appease the gods. The offerings varied widely, from food and incense to more elaborate and symbolic sacrifices. Animal sacrifices, particularly of jaguars, deer and birds, were common. These animals were not chosen at random, each held a specific symbolic meaning within Mayan culture. Jaguars, for instance, were revered for their strength and were often associated with the night and the underworld. These animals held symbolic meaning, representing strength, agility, and the connection to the spirit world. Birds, especially quetzals, were valued for their vibrant feathers and were seen as messengers between the earthly and divine realms. Deer, on the other hand, symbolized abundance and were often linked to agricultural fertility.
Bloodletting was another prevalent form of sacrifice, practiced by both commoners and elites. This ritual was not only a means of offering to the gods, but also a way to communicate with the spiritual world. The act of bloodletting was seen as a powerful gesture of devotion and a method to gain favor or insight from the deities. This ritual involved piercing the tongue, earlobes, or genitals, and offering the blood to the gods. The tools used for bloodletting were often elaborate and sacred, including stingray spines, obsidian blades, and even the thorns of certain plants. The blood was collected on paper or cloth and then burned, sending the essence of the offering to the gods. Blood was considered a potent life force, and its offering symbolized a direct connection to the divine. The Mayans believed that blood contained the vital essence of life, and that by offering it, they were nourishing the gods and ensuring the continued balance and prosperity of their world.
These diverse forms of sacrifice highlight the multifaceted nature of Mayan religious practices. The rituals were not merely acts of devotion, but were integral to the social and political fabric of Mayan society. Priests, who were often the ones to perform these rituals, held significant power and influence, acting as intermediaries between the people and the gods, and the importance of maintaining a reciprocal relationship with the supernatural realm. The Mayans believed that their offerings, whether blood, animals, or other items, were essential to sustaining the favor of the gods and ensuring the harmony of the universe. This reciprocal relationship underscored the interconnectedness of all things in Mayan cosmology, where every act of giving was met with divine blessings and protection.